Next thing that we want to do before we go out and start just, running high and low is we need strategy, right? Because if we're just running like a chicken with our head cut off and we're going to every bank under the sun, we may walk away with $5,000. Now they're messaging me like, I thought you said, no. Listen, all right? The first thing we want to do, even though we have our ducks in a row on the personal side and on the business side, is we want to start forming relationships with different lenders that we want to get funding from.
Okay.
Right? Reason why is because even though we have structure on the personal side and on the business side, another thing that can not only help us get approved, but also help us in how much we're getting approved for is already having long-standing relationships with lenders we want funding from. So could you take everything I just told your audience, take everything I just told you right now and go to a bank like Chase and get approved? Yes, but if you're trying to maximize what that amount is, before you do that, open a personal checking if you don't already have one. Open a business checking if you don't already have one. Put about $100 in each account. Let it sit for about 3 to 6 months, ideally, right? And if you can, along those months, also make a couple deposits here and there as well to continue nurturing that relationship. Because what most people don't know is most banks have what's called a bank rating score, right? Where on the back end, they're monitoring how consistently you're depositing in them and ultimately what kind of relationship you're forming with them, which also contributes to how much capital you're getting access to.
Wow.
So once again, you may have person A and person B that have the same personal credit profile, same business structure. But if person A has been consistently depositing into this account for 6 months and person B hasn't, who do you think is going to get access to more capital? Person A, because the relationship is stronger. Okay. So we get our personal credit right, we get the business structure together, we form the relationships. Then at that point, it's time for us to go out and start getting access to capital, where based on whatever funding we're looking for, whether it's lines of credit, depending on the business, or business credit cards, we're going inside of the bank and sitting down with actual business bankers to now go ahead and apply for whatever business credit we're looking for.
Oh, so we're not doing applications on the computer.
Okay, so that's an interesting question. You can, but I'm not the biggest proponent of it. From our experience in terms of, and also what we teach a lot of the clients that we work with, it is much better for you to go in branch versus for you to apply online. The reason why is because if you apply online, a lot of times what happens is, number one, it takes your application a lot longer to get processed. And also number two, typically, and this is where we talk about relationship, if you have a better relationship with the bank or with the business banker that's in branch, a lot of business bankers, if you know how to, move and shake and get around the right way, work directly with the underwriters that affect the application process. So once again, all these little things are the difference between I got approved for a $5,000 credit card versus I got approved for $25,000, $30,000, $40,000.
Yeah.
So you're able to increase your chances of how much you get approved for if you go in branch versus if you're going online, right? And I know there are people online on the social media space that talk a lot about you're going to apply online at 3:00 in the morning so that you can get a computer, and the computer, we ain't got to do all that. You go in branch, you build that relationship through establishing that account, making those deposits, and also finding a business banker that you can work with that can push your application directly so that you can go ahead and get approved.
Okay. So is it safe to say that you would prioritize banks with branches over these like new age digital banks or credit unions? Like, how are we prioritizing the lenders that we're going to when it comes to the sequence of funding?
Yeah, that's a great question. So I think it ultimately comes down to, and I'm gonna say the R word again, relationship, right? So I could give you a list of all these, from Chase to, I can name regional banks as well, like Truist, KeyBank, and the list goes on and on. But let's say that you're a listener and you live in Washington, D.C., and you have a relationship that you've had with a regional bank in Washington, D.C., right? It's a bank that's only privy to that area for the past 10 years. Before you go to any of the banks that I'm telling you, go to your bank first, right? Reason being is because you already have a 5-10 plus year relationship with them. And if you've been consistently maintaining that account on time, everything's been good, why wouldn't you go to them first, especially if they already have business credit products? Because you're probably more likely to get more access to capital from them versus a bank that you're just forming a relationship with here today, right? So I think to your point, and I appreciate that question so much, context is important, because I think a lot of people consume a lot of information today where like, oh, I got to go to Chase if I want to get $50,000. It's just like, no, what are the banks that you already have relationships with that you can go to and see if they have business credit products, if you already have bankers in there that you work with, that you can sit down with and start the application process or start your funding sequence process with them before you go to any other bank. So that would be my recommendation. Hey family, hope you enjoyed that clip. And real quick before you go, for any business owners who are watching this that are looking to access business capital and want to do it the right way, my company, Takeoff Financial, can help. Takeoff Financial is a done-for-you service where we analyze your business the exact way that an underwriter would. We build you a custom capital path around your specific
perfect profile and connect you with the right lenders for your situation. Qualify, position, and access. So if you want to learn more to see if you qualify, there's going to be a link in the description below where you can click it, watch a short video, fill out a